good morning. I made it. It is Monday 30th of December, just a little before 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. Still got the Christmas pajamas on. Dressing gown that I had for Christmas, the new one that I've been waiting for a while, was the wrong size. Got to go back. There isn't a replacement size, so I'm in this one still for a little while. Anyway, that's all by the by. Woke up this morning with a clear plan as to what I was going to do, if anything. My New Zealand dollar CAD trade, SIG1 trade, is still holding above the 50 simple moving average. So I've just added to that position 3. With the profit locked in, the risk I've taken on the third position, I'm at about a no win, no loss position should that trade reverse and stop me out, which is a good place to be. Because it means I think about £28 per pip long. If that does go my way and continues to hold and trade above the 50 simple moving average up to the next SIG1 high, then I can make a really decent return on that trade. So it's about leveraging in when the trade is performing well. Of course, what could happen is it could reverse and stop me out. Very similar to my pound US dollar cable trade, but I think that's less likely given the fact that it's not as prone, or New Zealand dollar CAD is not as prone to news as cable is currently at the moment. I've got to look at the, I think it was the US dollar CAD intraday opportunity, a bit off the bottom of the range. Going to look at that, having made a coffee, had some breakfast. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. The only signals that are going to show up today. I had a terrible night's sleep. I think knowing that I was going to get up, and I haven't done that for a week or so, was quite a challenge. It just proves the power of habits, building habits. Tomorrow's a bank holiday, Wednesday's a bank holiday with New Year's Day. Probably nothing really to do on either of those days because the market's going to be shut. But from, what would it be, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday onwards, very much back into the full swing of things. So just waiting for the porridge to cook, and a couple of things to mention. I was chatting with my wife last night. That this time between Christmas and New Year is always difficult, and didn't feel great yesterday. Felt a bit down, to be honest. Not quite sure why. I'm on holiday after all, and I was chatting with her last night and saying that it just felt like I lacked a bit of purpose in life, and I think that's part of the trading challenge. You do work a lot on your own. You can't necessarily see results from your actions each and every day. Maybe the lack of purpose is something to do with that. And what I've been searching for a while now is something to do on a part-time basis that kind of gives back, is more charitable or something like that. But for the moment, despite having put my hat in the ring for a few things, nothing has come up. So we're going to have a push on that in January. Trading gives you quite a bit of downtime in between when you need to do stuff, and filling that time wisely is important. So just need to think about that, and to see whether see what the new year brings in terms of filling that time. And I think the other thing to say is about beliefs. I guess despite being in this challenge now for 6 months, if I'm honest, in my mind here, in my beliefs, I probably still don't believe it's actually possible to be a full-time retail trader and to pull money consistently from the markets. Now, where's that belief come from? I don't know. It's kind of this vicious circle that until you have something proved to you, you don't necessarily believe it, but you have to believe it to have it proved to you. Otherwise, you don't take the action to have it proved to you. So it sounds a bit complicated, and it probably is. And this is some of the stuff that I talk about in my career coaching stuff that I do. In that world, it's very easy for me to understand. Translating that to the trading world is a bit more difficult because I'm newer into that. So I need to realize that actually it is possible. The market isn't conspiring against me. My broker isn't conspiring against me. If I hit bid on a particular pair and that pair goes up, they're going to pay me, providing I close out before the market reverses, and vice versa. So I just need to keep that in the back of my mind. There's no conspiracy here. I'm far too small to pop up on anybody's radar. There's no stop hunting. I use a professional trading package that is different from my brokers. So if there was anything untoward going on and the broker was trying to do something they shouldn't, I'd pick it up because my trading package is different. So I think beliefs and psychology, as I talk about a lot, it's what trading is all about, and I need to think carefully about my beliefs, my thoughts, because that determines my actions. So that's going to be an important focus, certainly as we move into 2020. Well, good afternoon. It's just past midday, 25 past 12 on 31st of December, New Year's Eve. Time for making resolutions and all of that good stuff. Just checking in with the charts. It's not, in fact, a bank holiday. I thought it was potentially a bank holiday today. It is, of course, tomorrow. I didn't get up and do the morning market analysis this morning. There's really not a lot happening, as you would expect. Always interesting to see what happens at the end of the year. Traders closing out positions, what's going on, who knows, and then excited for the new year to begin in earnest towards the end of this week, probably next week when people get back to their desks. But anyway, my US dollar CAD long trade, which I'd set on a buy limit order, was triggered yesterday shortly after 4 p.m. That's now under some pressure, as I just showed on screen, just looking over my camera here to check the screen there. Under some pressure, but for the moment there's nothing to do. About halfway towards the stop level, but not broken the previous support levels as yet, not closed below those, certainly on the daily or the 240. So we'll wait and see what happens, but if we get a bounce here, I've got my initial target set for a 1-to-1 reward to risk, take off 50% of the position at a 1-to-1 and then hold the rest for as long as I can. So we'll see how that transpires. Not planning to do much recording today. It's a pretty relaxing day with the family. Just going to try and enjoy the last couple of days of the festive break and try and relax, try and stay calm and look forward to the new year. Ouch. It is 4 New Year's Eve, and just been stopped out of the US dollar CAD. It happens. Disappointing. Would have been nice to finish the year on a winning trade today, but hey ho, that's life. SIG 1 trades are still in play, and just going to try and forget about that trade now. It's one trade in many trades that I made this year and will make next year. So not to worry. We're going to have a few drinks to celebrate the new year tonight, and then it's the alcohol ban in January, which I do every year. So January, no alcohol until my birthday at the end of January, when I break that rule and celebrate the month. So January is going to be all about discipline. January is going to be all about hitting the trading hard, and looking forward to 2020. So happy new year to everybody. Very happy new year, happy 2020. Got my hair cut this morning, start the new year as I mean to go on, and saw the fireworks in last night. Was pretty tired, but another year passes, and as is the tradition for New Year's, I've made a number of resolutions. The first resolution is to continue with the trading challenge and to continue that discipline. The second resolution is to finish the book that I've started writing about my exploits in Japan, training in martial arts, which I did, goodness me, 10, 11, 12 years ago, something like that. I've got a diary. I've written a third of the book. I meant to complete it last year, but never got around to it. So this year, a little bit each and every day, discipline to get that finished. And then the third resolution is to get this new house built. 2020 is the year. We're going to build this house, move into this new house. At the moment, it's just a field. So when I look back on this video 12 months from now, I'm hoping that I can look back with a smile on my face and be recording a similar video next New Year's Day from the new house, but we'll see. Anyway, I think as the weather not too bad, I think we're going to go for a quick walk. The Sound of Music is on this afternoon. I think we'll probably watch that. Oh, and I almost forgot the other resolution. It's not really a resolution because I do it every year. Is that in January I give up alcohol completely. So probably had a bit too much to drink last night. All the major food groups, as I call them: beer, wine, and spirits, brandy. Yeah, feeling a bit worse aware today, possibly as a result of that. So until the 31st, the last day of January, no further alcohol shall pass my lips. So more discipline, and you know, that usually leads to more exercise and more discipline. It's a virtuous circle. So that's the other thing I'll be doing this month. And almost forgot to mention on the trading front, yesterday being the end of the year, today's a bank holiday on the trading front, but I've just downloaded the highs and lows, 10-year, 5-year, and 3-year highs and lows from barchart.com. Those will be plotted onto my charts as the new SIG1 levels that I use for my SIG1 strategy. I need to plot those. It's always a laborious exercise. I hate doing it, but yeah, got to be done at the start of each month. So I'll get that done today, probably tomorrow. Ready for a good, hopefully a very good and profitable 2020 year of trading. No car parking spaces. Everybody's doing the same thing today, having a walk out on New Year's Day. Okay, you go down there then.
Yes, I will. Where are you going? Down the big slide?
Boys.
I got that.
Did you?
Yeah. Let's study do it.
No way! I'm not doing this. This is suicide. No way. No way. Okay. It's bad enough. Oh, it's bad enough. Down it. Oh! No way.
Well, good morning. It is day 134 of the challenge, and I was up this morning doing the market analysis, 2nd of January today, so New Year's Day yesterday. Got a print on the charts for yesterday, so there must have been some activity, albeit I think most markets were on holiday. Performed today's market analysis on the basis of yesterday's close. How meaningful that is, well, is anybody's guess. I suspect it's probably not too meaningful. But anyway, still in my 3 SIG1 trades, and looking at my notes now, just looking at potential setup on the intraday charts in US dollar, Swiss franc short, and Swiss franc Japanese yen long, both of those on a full house strategy. Basically, price trading on the right side of the simple moving averages on the weekly, daily, and 240 chart. If I get a signal that goes in the direction of those of that trade, well, the direction that I've talked about there, it's called a full house, and I'll buy Swiss franc, Japanese yen, or sell US dollar, Swiss franc. And what's interesting there is that both of them are bids in Swiss francs, so it's kind of telling the same story. But not going to do anything now until I get a signal. Going to carry on with the rest of the day. Got quite a bit on today. Hopefully going to make training at lunchtime at jiu-jitsu. I need to update the charts for the new SIG 1 levels, this being the new start of the month. So they're the 10, 5 and 3 year highs and lows. So quite a bit to do today. Also trying to get a blog post in as well, just summarizing what's happened over the last couple of days, and first blog post, of course, of the new year. And you can read the blog posts that I do on a kind of weekly basis, I guess now, maybe a couple a week at stgforex.tv. That's stgforex.tv. So with that said, I'm going to jump in the shower, make a coffee, and crack on with the day. Well, good morning. It is Friday morning around about 6:10. Wow, real struggle to get up this morning. Alarm went off, put it on pause, alarm went off, put it on pause, finally got up. Big mental battle to get out of bed this morning. But thankfully, the discipline means more to me than the extra lie-ins, so managed to get up. Pretty tired today. I think getting out of the habit of getting up early has taken its toll. Yesterday was a busy one, as you'll see from the end of yesterday's video. We took the Christmas tree down, all the Christmas decorations, and I spent some time at the tip, taking all the Christmas rubbish and whatnot over there, and had a sort out, took a load of stuff to the charity shop, kind of New Year cleansing, if you like. Yeah, pretty busy day. Quite a busy morning this morning. Got a load of old VHS videos that I got from Mum and Dad's house. I'm taking those somewhere to get them put onto a digital disc. So it'll be interesting to watch some of that stuff. Then, yeah, got quite a bit of work on this afternoon, a few calls booked in and whatnot. But ahead of that, let's do the morning market analysis, check the markets, and see what needs to be done. So having just opened my charts this morning, my weekly trades, SIG 1 trades, are under a little bit of pressure. These are long Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. I checked the news, and overnight conflict has escalated, or potential conflict has escalated between the US and Iran due to a drone strike that killed a military leader in Iran. As a result, oil prices have looked to have shot up, which has impacted my Australian dollar CAD long. And generally, I would say that what looks to have happened is there is now a risk-off attitude in the market. So as I go through my morning market analysis, it will be interesting to see whether Swiss franc, Japanese yen has taken bids. These are regarded as safe haven currencies, as is the US dollar, or potentially not on this occasion, given that the US is central in this international situation. So I'm going to do that now and see what that tells me. But you can't account for what happens that's not scheduled in Forex Factory, and this is one of the things of trading. It is a global endeavor, and anything that happens in the world tends to crop up in terms of price action on the currency pairs. morning, Sunday morning, around about 9 o'clock. Although I don't feel like it, I'm off to the gym. Gonna do a quick gym session, perhaps a swim, and then we're off out for lunch today. Still got the market analysis to do for the week, which I'll get done this afternoon. Yeah, let's crack on in the gym. New year, new start, and all of that stuff. Yeah, don't feel like it, but you've got to push on. Feels good, that gym session all done. Now I can go out and have lunch guilt free. So to finish off the week, done the weekly market analysis, and as you can see here, Japanese yen strong, New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar weak. This principally, I think, is as a result of the political unrest between Iran and the US, move into haven currencies, Japanese yen, and a move away from more risky currencies like Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. What's also interesting here is Canadian dollar linked to oil in the region of Iran. Obviously, if there is a conflict, then there could be a restriction on oil, which would push the price of oil up. And I think Canadian dollar has strengthened as a result of that. So not really any much point looking at the charts. There's nothing really different from last week or what I've shown previously. Looking forward to the start of a new week, first full week of January 2020.